What should you be doing with your money, your capital, right now? That's the number one question I get asked right now. What should I be doing? Have you taken a look at the top global CEOs of all the big, massive corporations? What have they been doing? Why don't you go to your favorite search engine and type that in? They've been selling off their stocks and going to cash. What are the biggest investors on the planet doing right now? What's Warren Buffett doing? There's an announcement every quarter of what Warren Buffett is in the process of doing. He's selling off stocks of companies that he's owned for a long time and going to cash. As a matter of fact, Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett is sitting on their biggest cash position ever. So why are they going to cash? They understand market cycles. They can see what's coming. Now, nobody can see the future. The crystal ball business is tough. Tarot cards, not so much my cup of tea. Fortune tellers, not so much my cup of tea. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see where we are in the market cycle. And we've had one heck of a run since 2011, 2012, up until the third quarter, fourth quarter, 2022. So we're bound for some chaos and some significant chaos. So all of these CEOs and all of these big investors are all going to cash. So what should you be doing with your money and capital right now? Go to cash. Just like the top global CEOs and the biggest investors on the planet. Now you should be putting away as much cash as possible. Look at this cash position as a war chest. A war chest that you can access to go out and capitalize on opportunities by buying assets at significant discounts. Everybody likes a deal. Everybody wants a deal. That's why people wait for retail stores to open up on Black Friday every November during Thanksgiving weekend in the United States. And they push and shove each other and get into fights and so forth. But when I speak to business owners and investors and I say, this is going to be Black Friday for business owners and investors, they look at me funny. Go to cash. Put as much cash away as possible and add lines of credit. Lines of credit. Don't wait to open them. They're not going to be available. Open all the lines that you can right now. I am not saying use lines of credit. I am saying establish lines of credit. In chaos, economic chaos, market chaos, we could look back at the great financial crisis of 2008, 2009. Credit lines, which are financial products, they were discontinued, which means you just get a phone call saying that credit line that you have no longer exists. And by the way, if you owe them money, they would like it back fairly quickly too, right? So have as many lines of credits established now, not when the chaos comes in, economic or markets. So go to cash and have lines of credit and have different places where you put cash and have different lines of credits. The strategy here is diversification. Diversifying your cash, diversifying your lines of credits. Cash on hand, cash in a mutual life insurance carrier where you have a dividend-paying whole life insurance policy with a mutual carrier, structured for infinite banking. Good places to have cash. You're also going to need some cash in the bank. You're a business owner investor to pay bills. So there's three places already. Cash on hand, cash in a mutual life insurance carrier where you have guaranteed access to that cash, and you could do so by properly structuring infinite banking and having cash in a bank. Be prepared for banks to go down. That's why you have cash on hand, and you also have guaranteed access to cash with a mutual life insurance company through your infinite banking strategy. By the way, if you don't know anything about infinite banking and want to learn more, go to yourownbankingsystem.com. I've been doing this personally for 15 years and teaching it for over 10 years. How do you establish different lines of credit? How do you diversify your lines of credit? There are many different lines of credit out there. Business owners know this very, very well. You can place the assets of the business as collateral for a credit line, for example. You can have unsecured lines as a business owner. If you are an investor, you're very familiar with a home equity line of credit, a HELOC that you can establish. In the life insurance space, there are different life insurance vehicles and a combination of them that you could place as collateral to get a life insurance line of credit. If you have any artwork, you could place that artwork as collateral for a line of credit. If you have gold and silver, there are institutions that will allow you to place your gold and silver as collateral for a line of credit. If you have certain stock portfolios, there are certain stocks that financial institutions will allow you to place as collateral for a line of credit. It's called asset-based lending. If you have crypto, like Bitcoin, there are institutions that will allow you to place your Bitcoin as collateral for a line of credit. If you have bonds, which is not a good move right now, there are institutions that will allow you to place your bonds as collateral for a line of credit. So there are many different options for lines of credit, whether you're placing collateral, whether it's secured or unsecured. There's a lot of options for lines of credit. So what should you be doing right now? Cash and establishing lines of credit. You're welcome. For more business, investing, and finance ideas and insights, you could sign up for my weekly newsletter, The Wealth Dojo, by going to cashflowninja.com/subscribe.